was $5.99. That was $7.99. Then I bought a top that was $5.99 with $5 on it.
The big tree.
You could do what you could take.
We know the name of that. I took some photos.
Suicide.
Very good.
This is Sylvia. So Sylvia's going to take it.
Fare della camminata in inglese. Ok, va bene. La degustazione loro sono diciamo.
Okay, so we need to go downstairs, so then we prepare this.
Three of the four are there.
Here we are in the first room where we'll see God's hand. This is the back leg. The roots come from North and Central Europe. Just from 10 regions that compose the DOC area. L'Italia denominazione origine prima surname the bachelor for steward select and started the working process. What we are doing right now. So, we received the fresh legs this morning. We selected them, they cleaned them, and then we need to start the working process to the curing. So the massive expert has the three machines. The first one was to send the CE, Comunità Europea, European Community, with the data curing. So when we start the working process. The second machine is a massage machine, it makes a massage for the hands. The third one is a scraping machine that scrapes the rind, so the rind are tender. And finally, final tool pierces the hands by hand. We have 15 seconds for understanding a maxi sole single handing. Like that. Now have the hands on the racks, and they will remain in this first curing room for 5 days. The temperature is between 1 and 3 degrees, so it's not frozen, it's not close to 0, it's our Celsius degree, close to 0. The steam must cover the whole legs using the sea salt. Most of the sea salt is concentrated in the middle where we have the bones and the vein. It's one of the most important parts of the dish. We always keep between 500 and 1,000. This is the slowest that are just 5 days. And I see you second circle. After 5 days and this is the curing room, we must remove the sea salt using a machine here. So the water is out. Then we have to make a second curing using always sea salt. And as you can see, we have to complex. We have the first stop, not in the middle, and on the top of the legs. The hands remain there for 2 weeks. Colder temperature, only 1 degree, 0.51 degree, not more. And the most important characteristic of this room is the color of the meat. As you can see, it becomes darker. It's really, really important because this means that the meat is absorbing sea salt and so that we are preserving the hands. The sea salt is used for the preservative for the hands. so I cannot open this door, I was in the place. And the sticker for a long trying, because we've been trying to help hands also for the color. And it's like again after 3 years, and the color is third. This means that we did a good trying years before. Questions? I'm ready for more. Yeah, okay. Look at the difference. The brand is here, so here.
Yeah, right. You can tell us the different smell and the warmer. What's the value in one hand?
Okay, one hand with the bones. 24 months old.
Yeah.
So like that, around 130, 150 euros. On the way
Lots of money.
We produce per year between 35 and 38,000 hens, but we store at the moment more than 55,000. We are reaching 60,000 hens. And it's one of the smallest factories you can find in the area.
Where do you ship to most?
In Italy. If we speak about the whole production, we are around 160, 170 factories. We produce together per year between 9 and 10 million Parma hens. 60% of the whole production remains in Italy. Just a small percentage is exported outside Europe, I mean United States, Australia, and New Zealand, because these governments are really, really strict. And they're worried about Parma hens meat, because that's a raw product. That's not good. That's aged for 2 years, but that's considered a raw meat, a raw pork's meat, and so dangerous for health, even if it's a unhealthy product. Okay, please, you can come this side so I can show you this part.
She explained the potato.
Sorry?
The potato.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a potato.
No.
What a job that'd be, sticking a potato.
I know.
A new product. Okay. Well, in the first warmer room test right now starts the aging and the maturation of the hens. So from there the temperature gets warmer and warmer. We start from 12, 13 degrees, and here we reach the maximum temperature that is around 22 degrees. The hens remain in this first room for 2 months. And after these 2 months, the hens will be total 6 months old. Because we have 1 day steering, 100 days drying, so 120 days, that's 4 months plus 2 months, 6 months old. And as you can see, we have to do something. We have to place something on the surface of the meat. This is called the sugna. And that's pork's fat with black pepper, sea salt, and rice flour. That's applied by hand, so using fingers, just on the surface of the meat. As you can see, it's not on the rind or on the fat or on the bones. And this fat is used for preserving the meat soft and tender till the end of the working process. Because you can understand that these hens get this fat and the sugna when they are 6 months old. But the best aging for a Parma hen is always around 24 months, so 2 years. And if we don't put this fat, most of this part in the middle of the hens becomes too dry, too hard, so the taste can be really, really bad, and it's also very difficult to slice it. So as you can see with the passage of these different rooms, the color of this fat changes. So from lighter becomes a little bit darker. Now, I turn the hens because I would like to show you all the stamps of Parma ham. So when you go back home, you can be able to recognize the best one. We start from this one. You can see this black stamp. That's called the punzonatura in Italian, and it's like a tattoo. The farmer must make this tattoo when the porks are maximum 1 month old, so they are alive, and they are burned in a DOP area. So this tattoo recognizes the city of birth, the number of the farm, and the month of birth of the pork. It's really important because for becoming Parma hams, these porks at the moment of the butchering must be minimum 147 kilos weight, but also minimum 9 months old. So when we get the fresh back legs, we usually have an inspector inside the factory that checks the aging of the porks, just looking at the tattoos. Then always in the back we have this stamp. This is the stamp CE, Comunità Europea, European Community, and the stamp PP, Prosciutto Parma, CE, PP, Prosciutto Parma. This is the stamp of the slaughterhouse. So we can recognize the place of death of the poor pork, and we can also understand that the slaughterhouse is allowed to butcher porks for the Parma hams production. Always in the back we have also our stamp CE, Comunità Europea. I showed you the machine at the beginning, so that's the machine that presses the ham and puts this stamp in the back. I turn the hams, and here, can you see the seal? Yeah. Okay, so when we receive the fresh back legs, as I told you, we had to make a selection. If our factory workers say that these hams are perfect, so 99% will be Parma hams, we have to buy first and then apply these metal seals of the consortium of Parma hams. They are really important because the consortium is this big company that checks both the business and quality of this product. So the seal means first quality fresh back leg. On it you can read the letters CPP, Consorzio Prosciutto Parma, the month and the year of curing. So you can also recognize in each moment the aging of each leg. That's really important also because before getting this stamp, we can recognize the quality of the legs just looking at the seal. In fact, we can put the final stamp, so the stamp Parma, after minimum 1 year. So after minimum 1 year, we can call an inspector, always from the consortium, who comes here with this piece of the fire brand and with the famous instrument for checking the hams. So now you have to tell me if you recognize it.
Horse bone.
Yes, right.
What?
High technology.
Horse.
This is a horse bone.
A horse bone.
Yeah, this bone is used for taking the meat and smelling it.
Oh.
We can use just horse's bones because, as you can see, it's a porous bone. So this means that it keeps the aroma for a short time, 2 to 3 seconds, not more. And it's a pure bone, so it hasn't aroma of its own. And the inspector can smell just the true aroma of the ham and of the aroma of the bone. Then he is forced to check a minimum of 40% of the hams, so 40, in 5 places. So if we have 1,000 hams that need to be grinded, the inspector must check 400 hams in 5 places. That are here, so the top of the legs. Central vein.
Sorry, every bone, every ham?
40% of the
40%.
hams. So we select a certain number of hams that need to be branded. We can also call the inspector once a week. It depends on our business. And when it comes here, he must bring with him the stamp because the consortium is the owner of this brand. And with the bone. And it comes here and you start to choose 40% of the hams by choosing the hams, not just 1 or 2 racks. He chooses great ones.
But all the hams get stamped, even if they weren't physically checked?
Yes, because when we sell here, from here, the hams, we have to recheck 100% of the hams. And if we find something wrong, we are forced to take a knife, we cut the rind off where we have the stamp, and we remove the seal of the consortium. But before he checks these 5 places, so the top, femoral vein, central vein and femoral vein, under the femur and under the hip. So the 2 bones, the veins, and the top of the legs.
So it just sticks straight in.
Yes, just
Smell.
couple of centimeters. Yes. We can make it just twice during the whole working process because we make holes. Now, when we make holes, we can damage the product. There's a way I cannot. The hams. And if it says that these hams are good, we brand the 100% of the hams with a thicker crown with Parma, and we must add E25, which is the letter and the number of each of this factory. So every factory has a different letter and number with a thicker crown. And like that, if you see this ham all over the world, you can recognize everything about the pork, the slaughterhouse, this factory. You understand that's a true Parma ham.
Grazie.
And Salumificio Prosciutteria produced it.
Quattro figli in mezzo Australia.
Grazie.
You got cuts, they lost cuts.
How old's
together, right?
Yes. How old's the people? You said beginning with 9 months.
Yes.
What generally are they between 9 and 12 months? At 9 months.
Because it's very expensive for a farm to feed horses. So they not forced to feed you just for instance vegetables and grains, but they want to have a ready pork in 9 months. Ready and fat. So as I told you, the minimum weight is 147 kilos weight for having the minimum leg of 12 kilos. But the legs you've seen at the beginning are between 15 and 17 kilos, so 34 pounds. And this means that the porks weigh around 200 kilos, so 400 pounds. Always 9 months old. Yes, we are 9 months, 3 years old, so the house.
And is this fungi or?
No, this is fat, but we had a blackout during this winter, and it produces this green mold, and now we are saving them, but we need more time for having the ready product.
So that's going to impart a different flavour.
No, that's because they are always kept in a certain room, in a certain temperature and humidity. These were in a dry room, and with a blackout, even if it was winter, the room starts to be too warm. They were in the first room right there. And so they started to produce this mold on the surface because the humidity was too high. And now we kept more months in other rooms. Yes.
So how long was the blackout?
How long? 4 days.
Wow.
Disaster. My father started to open the doors of the factory for letting the air from outside to get inside because the curing rooms are perfect. They are with the sea salt, that's really cold, and so they can hit the right temperature for 10 days. Dry rooms is a disaster because it's a windy room, and without generators, we cannot make the wind inside the room.
So will you be able to get them okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Just take longer.
Yes, they take longer. They will stay there for 22, 24 months. They usually remain there for 18, 20 months.
Oh, okay.
Even if they get the brand at 12.
Yeah.
When they get the brand, they can go outside the factory. Before they are forced to remain inside. And this will remain there for 24 months.
Very interesting.
We have more questions?
How do you get up to the top ladders?
We can divide each rack in half. We need to hold this rack in a certain area of the factory where we have
we have very strict quarantine, so they have to have it tested.
this is a modern factory. 65 years old, and we have these kind of racks with this race. Each rack is easy, each in all factories are with whole racks, 10, 11 floors. They have the milk and factory workers need to bring us over there and bring one and by one.
So how heavy is one hand then?
At the beginning, it became 16, 15, 17 kilos. So 30 pounds. And the ends, after 2 years, between 10 and 12 kilos, 20, 24 pounds. This means that they lose a 25-30% of their weight. Then we need to remove the bones and...
Is that stamp originality stamp or is this for this business?
No, this is the stamp of Parma hams. Right. We need just to have E25, La Perla, for recognizing the factory of production.
Okay.
We are a member of the consortium of Parma hams. It is 52 years old, and the system always correct.
Do you want to just show him the tattoo?
Yes,
If he
sure.
does that.
Sorry. This is the tattoo of the farm. Here we can recognize the place of birth of the pork in the Bulgaria. Also very important is the mouth of the bird. Because the pores, the mouth, because the pores at the mouth of the slippery must be minimum 9 months old. So they have the province, the number of the part, and the mouth. This is a tip. They always, every year they change the letters, because we cannot have fake products. Just the inspectors know that. They come here and they check the age of the
Wow. So you're not doing it younger?
Yes, younger is not. This is the standard of the supermarket. We have the same standard and we have the European Commission. This is PP. You can recognize the place of cash. Our standard CD of this factory, always European Community, exportation. And then we have the seal of the consortium. When we get the fresh legs, when we get the fresh legs, we select it. And if we see that the seals are perfect, the fresh legs, we need to apply it with this seal before curing the hams.
Right. So that's the first thing that's put on?
Yes. After the hams come here, we have this and this. But if that wasn't, we started curing it with the solid CD. On the final step, is always the liquid crown. After 1 minimum problem.
So some might not make the grade and they don't get the
When we are 12 months old, we can put this in like a brain cell.
And they're 12 years in age here.
Because before putting this in, the hams are forced to remain inside the factory. So if they get inside, they need a seal. You must remain here till the ham is clean.
Right, okay. And where are they stored?
We need to most of the other houses are concentrated in Modena, Verona, This is we always try to remain between 100 and 150 kilometers from here.
So the pigs aren't necessarily from this farm?
Yes, 10 regions in Italy, north and center of Italy. If you imagine Italy, the north till Roma, because the south of Italy is not a DOP area, and because of the distance, tracks need too much time for getting here.
What area do you
DOP.
Which is
Yes, like Parmesan cheese is always a DOP product. This means denominazione origine protetta.
Yeah.
That's like a product.
Yeah, it's like the anti-wine.
Yes, typically for the wine, this is DOG.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
Something to eat.
It's like champagne in France.
We have DOP or DOP. DOP is for wines, DOP is for food.
Yeah, right. Okay. Cool. Nice.
Okay, there's to be no photos uploaded to Facebook. No.
Why is this area so good?
This is really good because if you look at the valley, you see the Torre in Parma, the village in Gerana, but close also the Torre in Parma. And here the microclimate is perfect. In fact, in this valley we see the wind from the Sea Ligure, which is 80-100 kilometers far from here. And when for us temperature and humidity are perfect, we open the windows of these aging rooms, the air comes in, circulates throughout the hams. We use natural air, and this is really important for the characteristic flavor and aroma of the meat. It's really important for us to use natural air, not always air conditioning generators. Natural air is perfect.
So if you go to Verona, it would be the same.
We can introduce Parma ham in Parma, but not in Parma. They chosen the name Parma because that's a shorter name and easier to remember. The true place of birth of Parma hams is Langherano. So 2 kilometers
Why don't
from...
you use that one?
But,
You couldn't get a stamp big enough.
in Parma, you couldn't get a straight. In fact, if you look at the valley, you see huge buildings with red roofs. These are factories. Most of the factories are concentrated there or up in the mountains. If you go in the mountain, you see huge buildings close to a small village. That's very nice.
And the same.
You being an inspector, Sean?
Why
Yes, that's always a DOP product. Obviously, the production is completely different, and they can produce also a younger product, not just of 24 months, but they can produce also the 12 months old.
The microclimate is so good.
Yes, that's good. That's good, but I don't think that's so important like for meat.
Sorry, what are these?
For changing direction for the brakes, this is like a rail. We can turn left or right.
Okay. Contracts of that, yeah.
And this is a factory full of that. More questions?
How many hairs would be hanging here?
Total, we now store around 60,000 pounds, between 55,000 and 60,000 pounds. Here. Together, no.
Oh, all
whole
together.
thing.
Okay, so is it just the back legs of the pig? Yeah, so halve it, that's how many pigs are in here, essentially. So what did you say, 65,000?
Yes, they are between 55 and 60,000.
So there's only one design.
Because the number continues to change. We got new hams, we sell whole hams.
Your biggest market and then where?
America's really America, Australia, New Zealand, yes, they're very, very strict. Too strict. If you want to export to the States, for example, you need to pay for document certifications before you have inspections everywhere in the factory, in each corner. They must check also the farm, the slaughterhouse tracks, and also the factory where you need to debone the hens, because everyone must have a certification for the exportation in the States.
So you quite often get a lot of those officials visit to check things out. Okay.
And this is too expensive for small factories. Just huge factories can do that.
This sells for about 120 Australian dollars per kilo. So it's 80 euro per kilo.
The whole piece?
No, per
No,
kilo.
slice, yeah, per kilo.
Yes. But
Somebody
actually,
else.
this product is so expensive because the machine is expensive. Personally, if you buy a slice of ham in the small boxes, atmosfera modificata, they need the air oxygen inside. You pay 40 euros a kilo. So that's not strange. The problem is that the machine goes 1 million euros. Factory workers are well paid. That's so why you have a lot of waste. Because for slicing the ham like that, you have a 50% of waste. Because they start to carry for having a square piece for making the slices.
What does the crudo mean?
Crudo is a raw product.
Raw.
Prosciutto crudo is a raw ham, because that's not cooked. Yes. Here most of the products are.
You spoke about the machine. Where is that machine?
Where?
When they cut it up to put it.
That's a big slicing machine.
Oh, so that's expensive.
They need 3 people for working around this machine, and then for making this packaging. Plastic packaging is very expensive, and you need to add oxygen inside. The transport to Australia.
Yeah.
We sell this hammer to private, so if you buy one, we sell it at 12 euros a kilo. One ham. More the piece is smaller, more the pets, the price gets expensive.
So is it 9 months is the exact pretty much age that they come in at?
9 months is the age of the pork.
Yeah, that's right. So minimum 9 months, maximum of
9
9 months.
Yeah.
and the weight does not have
They don't want to have a first birthday party.
and the weight expensive.
Because it's a really good concern.
That's right.
The weight, 147 kilos weight, minimum weight, for having this flex, 200 kilos, 400 pounds.
And they're looked after. The pigs like they're in.
Yes, they're called mainly white porks, because this skin is the regular pig skin to see on television of these porks. They're not black or something else.
Yeah.
But I know that's a mix of 2 breeds, 2 American breeds. But I don't know the name because
Probably have a pig and
yeah, my father knows a lot of things about English now, so he could used to try to tell me the names, but it doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Taste with it.
Are you ready for having some Parma ham?
Yes.
Okay, that's the same way for him. And I'm doing also your waitress, so yeah,
You will. Okay, cool.
Jack of all.
yeah, have like a dog.
Point out to Sean that
My birthday.
Your birthday?
How much salt do you guys go through?
Big name for that. How much you want to keep them?
With a machine. When he was 25 years old, it has a similar machine to this one in other factory because it used to work in other factories before. And machine stopped, and they put the hand inside, and the finger goes.
The body he has just a little cut. It must hurt to put the salt on.
Yes,
Oh, sorry,
if it is cut, it continues to work there. It can wear a glove. Yes, it can wear a glove, but the sea salt.
Yeah.
Yes, I know because sometimes you have to work there when you work with sea salt. And if you want.
So this is all the valley?
Yes, this is the village Langherano. 6,000 people live here. And the torre is... Everything in it.
Yeah. So, do all your trucks go the winding road? Or hand it back way?
For the tracks?
Yeah.
Tell me where is this one? We have good drivers.
Where are the small ones?
Always in Modena, Verona, Mantua, we always try to remain around 100 kilometers from here. Also, we can better respectify this time of That's also where our mostly concentrated farms they are always close.
In the middle still.
I think you were getting them up here live.
Yes. It depends. We always try to sell around.
So you mean Sarah's only got this much time?
Because it depends. The business continues to change, not just every year, but also every season. In summer we produce more hams because everyone loves farmer ham with melons, so we sell more hams in supermarkets and everywhere. But it depends. The winter we have Christmas, so we sell more.
Bethany and
It's
Hannah?
always different. Yes. Because the price for the fresh meat changes every week. So if the owner sees that the price is good, he buys.
Like for the market? Yeah.
Because the farmer can't meat, the fresh meat is very expensive.
I'll try.
You see a good price, you buy.
So would you be having new hams coming every day?
Twice a week. Because every day they have something different to do.
Okay.
Every morning, every afternoon, it's something different.
So twice a week they come in, twice a week they leave?
No, no.
You've got
We know that
space.
twice a week they come in. We don't know where my letter from.
But you've got enough space to travel.
Yes. They all usually tell us because maybe we get 500 hens per week sometimes, but they tell us today for us we need 2,000 hens.
So we will just like today if they were doing
Yes, it depends.
so they wouldn't be doing that every day.
Yeah.
So calabroni, they are dangerous. Yeah, red, because we have the red and the black ones. The black ones are not dangerous. The red,
What's it called?
calabroni.
You're on the picture?
Yeah, because I wasn't sure when he was going to go.
These are rice. You have Parmesan cheese, 24 months old, with a balsamic vinegar cream, and both if you need to have it, because it's for 10, I can need to have something.
If I can enjoy the stupid power.
just like one that you might even move it or eat one. I think you know what this thing is about. This area is the sorry. And the cheese. Just wondering if this is the sort that is used. This is some of you about their house. Small scoopers of cheese.
This one is a simple
This is like stroganoff. This is a liquid balsamic. This is the lower quality.
Okay.
This is the one just for sale.
Shave it. Pete, so if we were to buy this, can you keep it cold?
Oh, I don't
So do I set your line at
He's not in America. It is Obama in America.
I'll look at what size it is first, yeah.
So white and this with
In Lakeland, yeah, I have sent some to
Well, Lisa will probably have the right too. What about
If you still got the tumbler, that's only €70.
And they're the smallest sizes you've got?
Well, Matthew can... Oh, so you got a point of interest there for the... Yeah, go point of interest. Sharon, do you want to come with us? And Dad?